see, I think, in our economy, in our society, so many who are marginalized. But this is actually a large portion of our society. And when they cannot participate in trade, this has an effect not only on their livelihoods, on their families, on their communities, but our society as a whole.
There are 476 million indigenous people spread out across the globe, from New Zealand to Alaska, from Brazil to Canada. They are the holders of knowledge, cultural expressions, and stories that have been handed down over centuries, even millennia. And today, many of them live in extreme poverty. Many are seeing their traditional knowledge and cultural expressions being exploited by others for profit. And more often than not, their voices aren't included in decision-making processes, both nationally and internationally. We must do better.
I'm Tlingit Indian from Southeast Alaska, and I'm a Tlingit artist and carver. I've dedicated my life to this art form for the last 16 years now. And for me as an artist, you can work in both realms, both traditional and contemporary realms. I've collaborated with global brands like Vans, LibTech Snowboards, Volcom, Smartwool, Slow Tide, Yeti, Google. When a company, global brand, wants to work with you and put these images on products and put it out there to the market, there's a proper way to do it. It starts with education. And understanding the history of indigenous people is the first step.
We are here to represent CABES. That is a group of a consortium of 91 cooperatives involved in artisan in Burkina Faso. And it is a group of more than 3,000 members. All these members are involved in the cotton processing, like spinning, dyeing, weaving, and CABES exports these fabrics called Faso d'Amfani to international luxury brands like Loewe, like Ferragamo, like Gucci, like Camper. It means that CABES is in charge of negotiating agreements between the brands and the artisan, and also in charge of follow up the production, the quality control, and also to deliver these fabrics to the client.
At the WTO, we are committed to re-globalization that encompasses the concept of inclusion of marginalized people for their benefit and for the benefit of society as a whole, to make us all more resilient. While persons with disabilities make up 1 in 6 adults globally, their needs and perspectives are too often overlooked in international trade discussions. Yet, trade can play a crucial role in advancing the Leave No One Behind principle of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Trade is more than just the exchange of goods and services. It has the potential to break down barriers that people with disabilities face, including workplace discrimination, bias, and restricted economic opportunities.
We know that the digital economy offers huge opportunities to everyone, and e-commerce can mitigate some of the entrepreneurial barriers for persons with disabilities because of the lower entry barriers, because to access the global markets, because of lower upfront capital that is required, because of the flexibility and the possibility to work remotely. We also need targeted policies that first of all enable this person to access the technologies available and then to move on and benefit and engage in a meaningful way in the digital economy.